Hello, my lovelies. Welcome back to Storytime with the Intimacy Ally. It is me, Jenny Simus Lady, your Intimacy Ally. And I am coming at you with a little bit of a late, oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so embarrassed. A little bit of a late Kinksplain, not kink shame bonus episode. I went on my honeymoon basically this weekend and totally forgot. Oh shit. I posted an episode, but I forgot that it was also falling on the 15th of the month. The Ides of June got me. So I'm gonna have to be like super quickie here, because I'm trying to get it in there before my kid gets home. So here we are. So we are barreling through the alphabet and we are going to cover letters G, H, and I today. Now, we are going to start out with gagging. Now, when I say gagging, I am not talking about wearing ball gags or any kind of gag apparatus. If that is something that you would like to hear on the next round of Kinksplain, not Kink Shame, go ahead and send me an email. If there's any subject that you're thinking of, kinks, fetishes, or apparati, or apparel for kinks, fetishes, whatever, give me a shout. It's very easy to do. I'm really accessible. It's the intimacyally@gmail.com. So get those comments in there, would ya? So what I'm doing here today is GH and I, and gagging is what we are on. So it's not for the faint of heart, as the women, or actually, I suppose men do it too. What I've seen so much of in porn, though, is women. What I've experienced in my own life is women. So if you are male identifying and you're also enjoying gagging, I'd love to hear about that. Um, I actually can help people. Like, I offer tutorials on how to relax or desensitize your gag reflex if that's something that you're interested in exploring. I know that in like the porn industry, there's a lot of, puking from it. There's a lot of making it look incredibly violent. Um, you can also experience this in a consented agreement way. If it is something that is intriguing to you and you want to try it, and your partner is down and you have a safe word, or you have laid out some sort of contract as to what is too far, then I say go for it. I don't want anybody to feel shamed by being turned on by gagging, whether you're giving or receiving. It's it can get messy. Like I said, in the porn versions, like, you can have people throwing up. There's lots of spit and slobber, and there's juice, from the penis happening. But it can be really sloppy and sexy too. So, I wish I could run out and tell everyone on all of these things that I'm going to cover. Don't knock it till you tried it. So yeah, gagging is number one today. The next is actually an apparatus of a kink. It is a harness, a bondage harness. So that's our letter H today. Now, you can say that they're just part of like this whole BDSM trope. I'll have to look and see if I can get some attachments, like maybe show what I mean by a bondage harness. For female presenting people, I mostly see them across the breasts or the chest area, something up on the shoulder and across. For men, is generally some kind of association with the genitals, or male presenting people, something across the genitals to like constrict them, maybe. Um, I gotta say, like, I I I know that people think that it's a trope, but I promise you, the people who I've met in the porn industry, and a lot of people who are doing kinky play or involved in kinky communities, yeah, they wear these harnesses, and it's super fun and super easy to help you identify. as somebody who is submissive, whether you are with somebody already as a dominant or whether you are looking for someone to be your dominant. So yeah, it's kind of like wearing your school colors, right? Like you're just letting everybody know by having this harness on, this leather strap on, this is what you're into, right? Okay. Um, so that was pretty much all I was going to get into on that. I'd rather be able to show you the pictures. I hope I can find some. I should have like brought some so I could hold them up for the people who are watching on YouTube. That would have gotten me banned, I think, pretty quickly though. Let's see. So then the last one I'm going to cover is going to take a little more time because guess what? I'm the intimacy ally, and this fetish is intimacy. What? I know. I know so many people come up thinking that intimacy and sex are the same thing. Like if you have sexy time with somebody, then you are intimate with them. And that's not fucking true. Um so, what actually brought this on was a conversation I had with a man recently where he said, it's not like that for men. Men have to be emotionally involved and interested in someone in order to have sex with them. And my jaw fucking dropped because, in my experience, it has been like me being a vulva haver who grew up being very able to dissociate or separate sex from love. Like sex was over here, love was over there. You can totally have fuck buddies that you never, ever, ever want to be romantically involved with. So to hear that from a grown ass man who is married, that he believes that I have it twisted, that men do need this romantic and involved and emotional connection to perform sexually. Well, that just made me think he is fucking on to something. And it made me want to explore this kink of intimacy. And I was surprised to find some information that, yes, now I knew I was going to find it for women. I knew that I was going to find things about people who are identifying as demisexual, who need to have some form of emotional or, a more conversational or an interest in persons before they are sexually attracted to them. But I also discovered some information about just plain intimacy as the kink. Like knowing that you are safe, knowing that this person is consenting and that they are going to let you know if that consent changes. And you are also safe to say, I withdraw my consent from you. And having knowledge of each other and exploring sexuality and relationship and emotion together and enjoying that very, very close connection. That's a fucking kink, baby. So if somebody says to you, you're super duper vanilla, but intimacy is your kink, just remember, sugar, you're kinky too. All right, I have to jet. I told you this was going to be a super quickie. I had an interview earlier today that was fucking amazing. It's not going to come out for a couple months, but it's happened. And I am back to work. So the episodes are going to keep on flowing. I hope you enjoyed this episode, short as it may have been, of Kinksplain, not King Shame, which is part of the podcast Storytime with the Intimacy Ally, where we say, fuck no to the status quo. Bye, my lovelies.